So welcome back. England versus France in the girls 18s category. Thank you very much, Wilfred Kelmsley. Just a little bit of interchange between the two of us. Well-earned break for Wilf. This is a girls 18s category and a side that, for England, has all of the skills possible that you would possibly want to see from a girls 18s side. I'm joined alongside by Caitlin Cook, who's going to be joining me for this little bit of co-commentary as we see an early sweeper set up 3-on-2, potentially good shot by number 10, Naomi Audrey.
Yeah, really fast start by England here, trying to attack the 7. Hopefully they can get a score on the board early.
Yeah, Doggy's platform, wrapping round, 2-on-1. Hands wanted to go to the wing. Nice recycling of the play with that 6 and change. Good early defensive set from France, but potential missed opportunities there from England, although, I mean, the quality of player on display from an English perspective, they'll problem solve that relatively straightforward.
Yeah, France looking to get off cleanly here and quickly. England defending it quite well at the minute.
Pistons defence strong from England, trying to disrupt some roll balls, and that's a symptom of the pressure. Just a loose pass, unfortunately, from France. Surrendering field position back over towards England. And the dominant pod, Imogen Loveridge, getting involved as well. Matilda Tinker. Loveridge checking open side towards Ella Coyne. Coyne just steadying the ship. Doggy's platform here for Loveridge, stepping back. Early Doggy's 2 play, trying to go through a gap. It was Coyne, that's half court and turnover. Low.
Refs just missed that one potentially. England get another chance at the line now.
Fortunate for England, unfortunate from a French perspective. One more chance. This time the Doggy's platform for Loveridge should have gone. It does. Ball to the wing is an absolute dime. And the opening score for Ruby Abassian over on the far corner. It's a golden start for England.
Yeah, great finish on the wing there. Good option as well to pass that. They've got away with one with that ref decision there, but they've come on top.
Yeah, it's a really good opening score. This England girls 18s has gone from strength to strength in their categories, dominant performances. It's an exciting time to be a part of this girls 18s side. I mean, I was talking to Mimi Taylor-Dean. She was saying how excited she was that this girls 18s and the girls 15s all playing in a very similar way than the women's open, to just sort of make that progression as easy as humanly possible. And there's an early turnover as well from England. They get an opportunity to pick apart the subset for a moment. And that pass just leaving a little bit to be desired. Izzy Jones couldn't quite take that one in stride. More defensive work for England and the first real opportunity for sustained pressure for France.
Yeah, let's see what France can do here. Just a little drop ball from England. Lots of pressure there from France.
Here's Langlois working with Pauli. Langlois just taking a settler, orchestrating. It's clearly the general in this midfield, platforming for sweeper option, driving at the line, having a dive, just losing control of the ball for a moment. Touch came in first. Lucy Rao come back to the mark for third touch. England played 5 already in this round robin stage, everyone playing each other twice. France, Tanglin Trust School in Ireland. England 5 played, 5 victories. France are looking to stem the tide in their own favour, but they're up against the most staunch of oppositions. Ruby O'Dell with a good touch. However,
just an offside penalty there for France to have another go.
Yeah, really good opportunities here for France, and they'll need to take these try-scoring opportunities when they present themselves. They will be coming at a premium, such as the standards that this English team sets themselves. Langlois feeding open side to Rao. Rao with the extra pass to the wing. Good covering touch. Langlois and Rao. More defensive work to go through for England. Pauli now coming over open side to Villanelle. Big calls from the referee, stay up. Nice interplay between England, the French line attack going from width to width. England having to put on a little bit of a nudge. Doggy's platform a little bit muddled, not a lot of space to work with. But penalty again, second in consecutive nature. It's a pretty good start here for France. They need to find that cutting edge.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of confusion when they're setting up that doggies play, but England have given away 2 now, so they've got to be careful not to give away another, as France could most definitely be getting on the scoreline here.
France just taking a couple touches, get some fresh legs on, although at the moment they're currently playing with 5. Now there's the 6 coming into play. And another good defensive touch. And again, still more subsets. Open side quickie option, but playing 4v6. There's not a lot of space available. England marshal it well. Potentially just mastermize their own downfall a little bit in this attacking set, taking a few too many touches to sub, and Clarice Fournier has to surrender the repeat set of 6. England did well to crowd out that French attack, but maybe, that subset just, stunting the momentum of the French.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they wanted to get some fresh legs on so they could defend the England subset, but just a little bit of confusion in their attack, and England dealt with that well, and now they're going to be looking to push to the 7.
Indeed they will. There's nice interplay in the middles. England looking dangerous. 5th touch, scoop opportunity, almost losing the footing was Jessie Yarker. That'll be 6 and change. France matching the English defensive nudge with one of their own.
Yeah, just running into a little bit of traffic there was Yarker. Good option though.
Now, these two teams have already played each other in round 3, where England came through as a 10-2 victor. It's a very dominant performance from a team that is really going strength to strength.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of these England 18s players are in the open setup as well. Obviously, like you said, the girls 15s and girls 18s are matching those women's open sort of plays, so it's really showing.
Yeah, and it's a nice pathway as well for a lot of these young players to be able to then just see a really viable route into the women's open setup. Nice bit of interplay. Abigail Wolf getting involved, and Palmer dragging open side, just having to come back to the mark for a moment. There's nice work from England, orchestrating this subset for a moment. His 5th touch, scooping opportunities, nice press, there's a 3-on-2, can they execute? Not a lot of space for Jones to work with, well shut out by the French winger.
Yeah, great read from the French winger there. It was initially really well set up by Imogen Loveridge. Good hands, but winger read that completely.
A really good defensive nudge, and now England looking to turn the screw in their transition defence as well, and that's an off-the-mark penalty, well spotted from the on-field ref.
England now the chance to attack. Is that Imogen Loveridge there? Great dive. I think that was touch first. Go again now. Looking to run that sweeper platform there. Loveridge taken off. Ball to the wing, and is that a score?
It looks to be good.
Yeah,
the referees
really
are happy. It's a brilliant score. And we've not got a 26 on the team sheet, but I think I recognise our number 26, and I believe that's Molly Brown over on the far side.
Yeah, great option there to do the sweeper pickup. Was definitely on. Great finish by the winger as well.
Yeah, it is Molly Brown getting over, down as 11 on the team sheet, 26 out there. Another player coming out of Horsham. No, I'm not biased, but the Horsham's a very talented club for bringing through your talented young players, and the work of Ash Grimsey, James Barron, James Faulkner, Adam Faulkner. So many different players getting involved there at Horsham, and sending so many juniors here. Molly Brown, the most recent one to get on the team sheet for this England Girls 18 side. And France, we're looking to reply. There's a really nice sweeper setup, quite a set English defence, but they were resting on their heels for a moment. Nice pace ingested by Mia Moratis. England able to see off that threat on this occasion as Fournier. Fournier, nice interplay to a middle partner. There's another sweeper set up, but that pass just going forward. It felt forward. It was quite telling as well. Just the angle of that pass. So England 2, France 0. France just stuttering a little bit in their line attack.
Yeah, just not being able to complete those sets, unfortunately. A few penalties, and England are definitely capitalising on that, getting to their box quite quickly here.
A really nice roll ball over on the far side as well. England gaining in confidence, gaining in momentum. It's a really nice red touch to just bring that momentum to a bit of a grinding halt. 2-on-1 opportunity. Molly Brown's in a dangerous area. Dummy show and go. Easy try time. Matilda Palmer getting over. It's the third score. Lovely. The dummy to fix the defence.
Great score there. Doesn't even need the 2-on-1 with the winger. Goes herself. Brilliant dive and great score from Palmer there.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. And it's just textbook executing 3-on-2s, making sure that you're running at pace. Really dominant performance as of right now from England. 10 minutes in, they've gone from strength to strength, and more importantly, their defensive work hasn't been compromised either. France looking for that middle quickie. Man on Lafitte. We're going to get over, working with Boutaleb. Lafitte and Boutaleb now shifting over into the link channel for a punish. And that's 6 and change. England's defensive spacing looks really tight, well put together. France finding it a little bit tricky to get through their defensive line.
Yeah, England are very well connected, and I think that comes from lots of training together, lots of players from the Nottingham setup, lots of players from the Horsham setup, like you say. Everyone knows each other and has trained together for a long time, and that's really showing in their well-connected defence.
Absolutely. Lovely pick up against the grain, scooping option. Hands could potentially be on. It's well worked. Tinker platforming, wanting to get that ball back. Tinker diving. But it's another try saver of a touch by Naomi Audrey.
She may have hurt herself there, unfortunately. A great touch there.
Yeah, that's man on Lafitte. Just taking a moment to come back. It looks to be all okay. That's 6 and change. But again, England are able to put a bit of a defensive nudge on. There's 2 touches, not up towards the box yet. 3 touches they are, but another off the mark penalty undoes their good work.
Yeah, great touch there by Tinker to cause that penalty. England get another go on their line now. And with the experience of Tinker and Ella Dean on the field, they'll be looking to score here.
Which is wild to say, because Ella Dean has been, well, she plays in the Nottingham setup where she'd be considered one of the youngest, but out here she is Governor General. Lovely dive. Tinker just seen off for a moment. Yeah. Dean lingering in this near link channel, coming down now for Ding. Long option, lovely ball on offer, nice left foot step. Ruby O'Dell denied a scoring opportunity.
Lovely step and dive there by O'Dell, but defence had that one covered. Let's see what England can do now.
Tinker, Dean, that's 6 and change. France will take a lot of confidence from these sets that they're able to defend on the line, and they're just struggling to get these fresh legs onto the field as effectively as England are right now. I mean, highlighted by Jocelyn D. Assitis getting up and making defensive touches.
Yeah, those touches by England are very fierce. It means that France are struggling to have a clean subset, but they're looking to do that now. Yeah, getting another 6 here, which is good.
Yeah, in at the side is the call, Moratis. The beneficiary of it, Mia Moratis, gets us back underway now in an acting half. Dummy shown and not bought by Alice Ferratten. There's a nice check back on the inside for Fournier. There's Fournier again. We're going to platform here, 4th, 5th touch coming now. One more striking opportunity for France. Just positioning, potentially losing the 7. Fournier, open side quickie, lovely flat pass out to the wing, not quite taken. I wonder if that was a set piece play designed for a link to be hitting that hole. It was a lovely shape on the pass, just didn't quite have the legs to get where it needed to go.
Yeah, link hole was definitely on there, and it was a beautiful pass. That was great hands as well by the English winger.
There's an inside ball on offer, but instead they opt for an absolute dime of a roll ball.
Yeah, great roll ball there.
England really showing all sorts of core skills. Abigail Wolfe involved as well. Lovely wrapping play here.
Great hands there.
Oh, lovely inside check. Referees are happy. The assist with a lovely inside ball.
Great heads-up touch there. Great vision to pass that ball back inside.
Yes.
That was amazing.
And it's Matilda Palmer with the finish. Lovely 1-2 between the wing and link. Inside pass. We're now 4 to the good for England. It feels relatively comfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah, England look like they're enjoying this one. Their attack is very, very good. France still getting up the pitch a little bit. England needs to make sure their defence stays tight on the 7.
Yeah, and there's a lot to like about what the French are doing, but they're just coming up against a defence that just, there's so much confidence going through this team that there's almost this feeling that they won't score if you're part of that defensive unit. And when you're playing against a team that just has so much ability and so much speed, as Tinker goes flying through for another score, you can't help but feel like France are really up against it. England just have so much confidence about them right now.
They've got so many skills in the bag. They've got their defence, they've got their speed, their check backs. Tinker just coming back from Euros, absolutely amazing from her.
Yeah, and it's a real terrifying prospect, this England girls 18 side. There's so many of them having already represented their country down in Vichy, and I mean all of them representing their clubs at the highest level of club touch that we have to offer here in England. There's a group of girls that are almost certainly destined for mixed open or women's open in just a couple years' time. And France have a lot of really nice core skills about them. They probably are just coming up against probably the most informed girls 18s team in the Northern Hemisphere has to offer.
Yeah, 100%.
France positioning for another strike at the line. Powley, we're going to platform. Doggy's option, well defended though. Thea Hall felt relatively comfortable.
Yeah, just a little bit of a stunted attack there from France. I'm not sure they were particularly communicating well maybe in that. A few different moves ran, but England had that one covered.
Yeah, forward pass penalty given as well. Girls 18s looking for a nice away set, feeding to Molly Brown. And keep an eye out for Molly Brown, because when she gets going, there's not many who can stop her. We knew it was coming. Brown goes full length, away set option, wheels to burn.
Oh, what a great option there. They saw the vision, away set was on, and they're not scared to try these things, these girls 18s. They're having fun. They've got many tries on the board, and that was beautiful. And
lovely, smooth catch and pass to set Molly Brown free, and then as soon as there's clean space out in front of her, no one stopping her. Unfortunately, the back of Molly Brown's shirt is something I've seen quite a lot playing at Horsham, because as soon as she finds a hole to hit through, there's no stopping her. She's the fastest person down at Horsham by a country mile.
She outpaced you a few times.
Oh, easily, without she doesn't have to get out of third gear, and she'll quite easily outpace me. There's certainly no shame in it. That's why I always try and put myself on her team. I don't want to spend 40 minutes chasing her around a field.
Great tactics there. Abby Wolf on the ball now. Oh, just a little miss pass there, miscommunication. France will have a chance to go at the 7 now.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a collector's item from Abby Wolf. Normally, no errors with the hands. Nice touch coming in, looking for this sort of disrupting red touch. There's Fournier taking the settler. Ferraton working as well. Sweeper set up here. Fournier platforming. Nice wrapping around for Moratis. Moratis diving at the line. Referee just having a look at the onside. Took a glance to either sideline ref. Indeed, an offside penalty. 2 minutes on the clock. France will be looking to get at least a score on the board. Although that's easier said than done when you're playing against this defensive line. No touch is being called. Referees are happy to just let this one play. There's Fournier. Getting an acting half, feeding over towards Fratis. However, the defensive touch coming in.
Defence not slipping for the moment for England.
No, and what's really interesting is that the defensive spacings don't really change no matter where they are on the pitch. Literally like they're attached by a string. It's very impressive, really good touch.
Yeah, great touch from Abby Wolf there.
Yeah, Violet Porro was looking to sweep around the outside and maybe create a bit of a pace mismatch, but there was nothing doing. England see off that French attack. A minute left on the clock. There's a lot to like about this English first half. There's probably only been one mistake in it, which was that Abby Wolf miss pass, and then she goes and puts on a defensive clinic and turns it over again.
Yeah. Well, just another little turnover here. I think that was That over the mark there.
Yeah, off the mark penalty.
Yeah, England will be looking to defend this out really well and not let France get a score before half-time.
Yeah, I think at this stage, knowing the standards that have been set across the board for England teams, the focus will be on the French score, not the English score, trying to keep France to 0 if at all possible. There's a nice open side quickie and a really nice dive at the line.
Great touch from number 12 there.
Yeah, Lena Boutaleb was having a go at the line, trying to take Jessie Yarker out wide, but it's much easier said than done. Boutaleb platforming, sweeper set up, nice drive, diving. Another good touch this time, it's Abigail Wolf. And that's 6 and change. Again, really good defensive sets from England, working well together. And one of the things that's been the most impressive about all these English teams is just how much depth that they run with. And I think from anyone who's played touch before, if you're watching from a spectator's point of view, you want to improve your game ever so slightly, you just take a leaf out the England girls 18s and realign with such depth and back their hands.
Yeah, they're running with so much confidence. That first half was all them. Their attack was smooth. They were looking at away sets. They were playing very, very well. And I think, like you said, their goal now will be to hopefully nil France rather than necessarily put more scores on the board.
Absolutely. They are making a very good argument for possibly the best half of touch, the most comprehensive half of touch we've seen from any team here at the Youth European Championships. Half-time in this girls 18s clash. England 6, France 0. Welcome back, second half underway. England firmly in the driver's seat, a most clinical first half performance, 6 tries to the good over France, who will be looking first and foremost just to get a couple scores on the board. Offside penalty, early infringement here from England.
Yeah, perfect start here for France. They want to get a score on the board here.
Up inside Quickie, just driving against a very set defence, was Manon Lafitte. Took a little bit of a tumble in the first half. Got up rather gingerly. It's great to see her back out there. Lafitte wrapping round, doggies play, diving. Solid defensive work from the English middle, staying nice and tight together. Lafitte, Boutaleb, open side Quickie here for Lena Boutaleb. And Lafitte's just having to check back on the inside. There's, you know, there's a lot to like about the French line attack. They're just lacking a little bit of depth, I feel. You know, that extra yard or so of depth does make such a difference when you're running against a set defence.
Yeah, 100%. They're very flat on the line there. A little bit of depth. You know, that link hole could have been open. Yeah, England dealing with it very well and getting off very cleanly as well here.
Yeah, oh, lovely evasion as well. How she got through that gap, no idea. Imogen Loveridge just evading French defenders at will. Here is Loveridge once more, feeding towards Coyne. Coyne platforming, Loveridge picking against the grain. There's Coyne, and she'll stroll through.
Great score there, orchestrated by Imogen Loveridge, setting that play, looking for the space, and Coyne with a great finish there.
And how on earth Imogen Loveridge escaped through the 2 middle press from France to get that move underway, I'll have no idea. England 7, France 0. That was the golden start for England. Not quite what France would have wanted, but you know, we've been speaking quite a lot today about these circumstances that you find yourself in when you're probably up against someone who is, you know, a nation who's just a little bit further down that developmental track than you, and it's, you know, little things like focus on the controllables, chip away at the aggregate, and see where that leaves you going into the latter stages of each game. I think France, it's just about using all of your touches, killing the ball in the right areas, threatening, to picking the right attacking options. Whether the hands go or not is a bit of a moot point. As long as you're doing the right thing, something might fall for you. And France will be looking to do exactly that, going into this 5th touch platform, scooping opportunity here. And again, France just killing the ball in a good area of the field, and we'll look to put on a bit of a defensive nudge, see if they can force an early turnover from England.
Yeah, France completed their set there, which is, like you say, what they'd want to do. Great defensive press there, which has caused the turnover, and now France will look to complete the set again and hopefully get a score on the board. Yeah,
that's exactly what France wanted. Early turnover, sustained pressure, 6 touches on the 7-metre line. They just need that little bit of go forward. There's Powley. Unfortunately, though, there's a loss of control, and England waste no time in getting back underway. And although a couple unforced errors creeping in, this time Ruby O'Dell couldn't quite connect with Ella Dean.
Yeah, France will try and get some fresh legs on here to try and attack that 7. They'll need to get them on a little bit quickly though.
A little bit more momentum needed. Is the dangerous Clarice Fournier. And 58, Fournier positioning. Certainly seems to be a player who has the ability to unpick this English defence, although that wobbly roll ball will undo the pressure and allow England possibly a more straightforward exit. And what I love about this English transition is that they're always looking for space, and almost always after that first touch is taken, they're looking to see if they can run an away set, just to condition this French defence to stay honest and not crab over towards their own sub-box too early. 5th touch, lovely sweeping platform here, 4-on-3 back against the grain. Fournier with a great flick touch on Jocelyn Diacetis. Much better midfield defence from France.
Yeah, France did really well there to shut out that England attack. England do really well at that heads-up touch, using their pace and just looking at that space.
Yeah, good touches, just a little bit of a wobbly roll ball, and it is given ball down and turnover.
Yeah, and that comes from the England defence there. Really strong touches from the likes of Tinker, that Abby Wolf there as well,
it is,
causing that turnover.
Yeah, and there's Yarka as well getting involved. What I love to see here is this pod going direct, not wanting to sub, setting really tall expectations for themselves. There's Tinker diving, just losing control of the ball before she found the whitewash. And now this pod that's probably been on the field for a little bit too long under 30 degrees heat. We'll have to dig deep to put some defensive pressure on.
Yeah, that was really good from them, though, to stay on. They had confidence in themselves, but obviously when the ball gets turned over, they've got to defend the subset. They might get a little bit tired, especially in that heat, but doing well so far.
Yeah, as the breeze kicks up, they'll probably feel very nice for all of these players. Fourth touch, fifth is coming now. That's a really competitive touch.
Great touch from Abby there.
Yeah, I think Abby Wolf walked the physicality line perfectly, and just, what a disrupted touch that was. And again, England have a dabble with an away set. You've got Molly Brown lingering on this left-hand wing. We've already seen the damage she can do with clean space, but just as easily, you work over towards their box set. 2 touches. There's your third. Fresh legs flying onto the field now.
Great depth there.
It's nice work from Loveridge. Loveridge coming back against the grain, potentially, having a think about ripping long towards Ella Coyne. And now Loveridge picking, getting into the in-goal area, ripping long. Molly Brown couldn't quite take that one in stride.
Great peel from Loveridge there over to that winger.
Just couldn't quite find the connection with Molly Brown on this occasion. His first touch, seems like a better subset already. Very nicely done, although stepping out of the field of play were France. You can hear the calls from up here. There's calls have come on from these middles. I think that was Loveridge saying, come on, we can go now, we can go direct, we can look to get scores on the board. That's exactly what they'll try and do. Isla Devlin just caught behind the gain line for a moment. Good defensive pressure. Loveridge turning and throwing, working with Coyne. Loveridge steadying the ship. There's Devlin. Open side quickie for Devlin. Nothing doing there. Loveridge again looking to rip long. Ends up connecting in the link hole with Matilda Palmer.
Great score there.
Looked at the Rory Fulton score from the Irish Men's Open at Vichy with a diving catch and ground. And says, well, I can do that as well. What a finish that is from Matilda Palmer.
Yeah, great finish there. Great ball again from Loveridge.
The 8th score is an absolute peach. What a finish from Matilda Palmer. Great pass from Loveridge. Probably was a little bit too high, actually, from what Loveridge was probably trying to do. She sets herself some very high standards. But no matter, because Matilda Palmer says, thank you very much. I'll just go and leap 6 foot in the air and ground that one for you. Doggy's platform here. Doggy's 2, stepping back and then cutting back against the grain. That one just falling to the floor. Nice endeavour from France. But matched by some really staunch defensive work from England.
Yeah, England looking for that away set every time now. Space is there though.
Yeah, and lovely recycling as well. Just, not overdoing it, tempering it very nicely. There's really good defensive pressure though. Great nudge. Cleo Colombero forcing the turnover.
Yeah, I think maybe France is starting to just read that away set and put the pressure on early, and it's causing those turnovers there.
Yeah, I reckon at some point we're going to see the sort of dummy away set and punch straight up the middle, and that might cause France a couple issues. However, big play on calls from the referee. Man on Lafitte with a fresh set of 6 to work with.
See what they can do here.
Yeah, Lafitte positioning. It's Boutaleb. Boutaleb diving at the line. Great defensive touch. There's Jones and O'Dell working together. Share a high five. Good defensive work from the midden link there. There's Boutaleb. Open side quickie. In fact, coming over towards the short side. Boutaleb and Jones with a good touch.
Oh, wing was on there. If that ball had gone a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Izzy Jones marshalling that link channel effectively. There's Lafitte, Boutaleb, Lafitte looking to find the wing, not quite connecting with that pass on that occasion.
England now having to work all the way from the France box there.
10 minutes into this second half. This try scoring has certainly slowed down. France have done a really good job at problem solving. There's a nice roll ball from Ruby O'Dell. Izzy Jones is skipped, and now there's a bit of a foot race, and there seems to be only one winner. Matilda Tinker flies through the French defence, gets the 9th score for England, and very quickly turning defence into attack.
Second time she's done that in this game, just running straight through the defence, showing off her pace. Great work from Tinker there.
Yeah, I mean, Tinker probably going to give Molly Brown a run for her money. That is no mean feat, let me tell you. That's a terrifying prospect. This girls 18 side have such pace, such ball playing ability. I mean, I'd love to see them just. Do you know what I would love, actually? This is a sort of an England touch-coded comment, but I'd love to see this girls 18s team play in NTS. Just like this team, go out, represent. I'd love that. I would absolutely love that.
They'd put your Nottinghams and your Scorps under a bit of pressure there, I reckon.
Well, exactly my point. I think it would be incredibly entertaining to see these juniors just stay together and get a fair few series under the belt.
Although I think Nottingham might struggle to field a team though, considering it is half the Notts ones team.
That's a very fair point. Yeah, Chris might have something to say to me about that. He'd be like, Joe, what a ridiculous suggestion. You want to gut my team? Here we go. Foot pit. Oh, unfortunately, this one's going to come all the way back, and Molly Brown is going to feel so sore because it is absolutely electric, and yet it's coming back for a forward pass. That was a stunning foot race as well. Lang Loy went stride for stride with Molly Brown. Well, yeah, he's coming back for forward.
Yeah, great foot race there. I think the refs, one of the refs followed and thought it was going to be a score. The other ref had stopped. So great pace there again by Molly Brown, but we go back and France have a chance now to attack.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised as well that Molly decides that she'll take a subset off the back of that.
Yeah.
That'll be quite tiring work, that one. England putting on the press and then forcing a really good turnover. It's a really great reaction from England there. Decision didn't quite go your way, gave away a forward pass penalty, and then you put the defensive nudge on.
Yeah, dealt with that exactly how you'd wanted to deal with that. Didn't crack under pressure, just did their job and turned it over again.
Palmer coming back to the mark. And this pod going direct, not subbing. I love the impetus of this team. Ella Dean getting involved, so is Wolf. Check back in towards Ella Dean. Sweeper step back. Wolf trying to escape to the in-goal area, but that'll be 6 and change. I really love the desire and just the showcase of their confidence, where they'll back themselves to go direct after doing a D set, and then they'll back themselves to defend the transition, and then they'll probably back themselves to give a really good first 3 touches to get off the field. This English performance is it's steeped with confidence.
Yeah. And that's how you got to be. Go in with confidence, maintain that confidence. They're not mad. If they give away a penalty, they know they can go back and defend that and turn it over. It's great to see from these young girls.
Yeah, it really is. Playing way beyond their years. There's maturity unparalleled in this girls 18s performance for England.
Yeah, filling the England touch community with lots of hope for the future. When those women's open players age out, these girls will be straight in that. They're playing amazingly.
Well, it's filling all of us with confidence. It's probably filling the current women's opens players with fear, because there's a lot of these that'll be hot on their heels. Lovely interplay, inside ball, and extending the stride length is Abigail Wolf. And it might be called touch, but why play touch with taking touches when you can just pass around a defence and carve your way through?
Everyone's showing their pace now. It's going to be who's quicker than Molly Brown at this point.
Honestly, not many. I'll be honest. She is furiously quick, and she would also not forgive me if I didn't bring it up as well. So there you are, Molly.
You've got to back her. Back your Horsham girls.
Absolutely, brilliant setup down there, and great to see so many juniors from so many clubs and so many different NTS teams coming here, showing out, stepping into roles that they might not have in their clubs, some leadership roles, strike roles, whatever it may be. It's a wonderful opportunity to play against your peers here at the Youth European Championships as France doggies set up, trying to drive at the line. I imagine if there's a French score, this sub box below us will erupt in celebration.
Yeah, I think England will be quite disappointed if they let us score in after the performance that they've had, being the perfectionists that I imagine that they are.
Oh yeah, almost certainly they will be upset if they do let a score in. There's lovely quick hands. Jessie Yarker has had a game to remember. She's been absolutely phenomenal and is just pulling strings out there. I mean, you're watching this and you're probably thinking, what's so impressive about that? Well, the catch and pass without moving when you've got someone staring you right in the face under pressure is such a hard skill. As Loveridge thought she was clean through, just has to come back to the mark.
Loveridge injecting so much pace in this game. Every time she gets the ball, the defence are scared of her.
And she really is Governor General, as Loveridge picking, scooping, looking to connect with Coyne. That's 6 more, although it even be a penalty. There could have been a penalty for offside. 6 more is the call that's given.
Let's see what Loveridge can orchestrate here on the line.
I imagine it's it probably will be a score. Loveridge working with Palmer and Coyne. Coyne back to Loveridge, back to Coyne. How good is that? How good is that? Beautiful middle play. Although, touch is claimed. So Loveridge and Coyne have to go back to the 7-metre line. Loveridge, open side quickie. Well, picking up against the grain. Coyne. Loveridge. Loveridge is quickie now. Driving, diving, scoring. And Loveridge is enjoying herself out there. Governor General gets another score on the board. England are up to 11.
Yeah, it doesn't get denied that time. Great dive there from Loveridge. That was almost inevitable, wasn't it?
Yeah, superb players. Loveridge, again, another one of these hoods. Superb Nottingham player. And widely regarded as an expert finisher. Well, here is just, showing her attacking chops. There's a lot of composure about the performance. There's a lot of incision about the way that she drives at lines. Is very impressive from Imogen Loveridge. And France now find themselves back in their line attack, looking to get over. Fournier platforming, nice sweeper setup, 3-on-2. That one just falling to floor, unfortunately. But there's another penalty for offside. I think the pod from France that's currently on the field certainly have the quality to get over. Violet Porro, rapid. Fournier, composed. Will be looking to spearhead her team over. Ferraton as well.
Yeah, France will be looking to... Oh, well, they'll be looking to score, but they'll be looking to complete their set as well. Like we were saying earlier, for France now, it's just... Oh, now I said that, a little intercept there from Eladine.
Is that your first example of a commentator's curse?
Yeah. First ever commentator's curse.
Yeah, you now join a very elite club of commentators who make a very, very, very good point, only for the action on field to completely contradict them. So, welcome. You're one of us now.
Yeah, what I was going to say is it'd be great for France to complete their sets and do the basics well, but Ella read that like a book, and now she's running through. Did they get the touch there? No.
Eladine just shifting through gears. There's 2 minutes left. There's 12 scores to England. This has been probably the most put together performance I've seen here at the Youth European Championships. There's been very little mistakes. If England are able to survive the next 2 minutes and keep France to 0, then this will be probably the most comprehensive performance we would see. Phenomenal.
Yeah, great score from Ella. Great that she got the score when she got the intercept in the first place as well.
Lafitte diving at the line, trying to make touches.
Yeah, France having to go early here and getting the penalty as well. So they'll be looking to score here and make sure that England don't nil them.
Yeah, Lafitte, I'm sure, would love a score here, working with Foden and Boutaleb. Lafitte diving at the line, good touch made.
England are just so connected at the minute. Really hard to break through that line.
And working incredibly hard as well. Ruby O'Dell making the most recent touch. Boutaleb. Positioning for a link punish here for Colombero. Ball to the wing was potentially on. Referee's just having a look at the sideline. Happy with the touch.
Yeah, great touch there from Ruby. She's doing lots of defensive work here for this girls 18 side. Yeah,
Boutaleb, Lafitte, Boutaleb diving. There was a really good opportunity for France to get their score.
Oh, I thought she was in there, but unfortunately just a drop ball on the dive.
And now they've got to defend an away set.
Oh, are they going to stay? No.
I mean, the intention of England is just absolutely horrid. They're turning the screw. They're uncompromising in their attacking endeavour. Ruby O'Dell with a great roll ball. Yarka follows in suit. This is looking dangerous. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. Will it be 13 to England? I'm sure that will be their aim. Here is Loveridge. Open side quickie here for Loveridge, stopping on a dime, popping the ball back on the inside, and that'll be ball down and turnover, but the final hooter will go any moment now. In fact, it will. And there's one touch to take, and France do take it. England get their want. They hold France out. England 12, France 0. That was just a perfect performance from England.
Yeah, that was an incredible all-round performance there from England. I think like you said, I haven't seen another performance like it at Euros so far. They were playing with so much confidence. Well done to England.
Absolutely. And we've got 3 more games for you here on live stream. Coming up for you next, we've got mixed 20s action, where we see Ireland taking on Scotland.